Hello my dear students, in this class I am going to teach you about the displacement reactions. Now what are displacement reactions? Those reactions in which a more active element displaces a less active element from its compound. Here you can see that A plus BC give AC plus B. Now try to understand this equation. Now A is an element and BC is a compound. Now A is more reactive than B. So A will displace B. So when A displace B, it will become AC and B will get separate out. So now we will understand the displacement reaction with the help of the activity 1.9. They are saying take 3 iron nails and clean them by rubbing with the sandpaper. Why? To remove the oxide layer. Take 2 test tubes marked as A and B. In each test tube, take about 10 ml of copper sulfate solution, okay, which is blue in color. Tie the 2 iron nails with a thread and immerse them carefully in the copper sulfate solution in the test tube B for about 20 minutes. That means we are just immersing 2 nails in test tube B. We are not putting any nail in test tube A. Keep 1 iron nail aside for the comparison. 2 we have put in the copper sulfate and 1 we have kept for the comparison. After 20 minutes, take out the iron nail from the copper sulfate solution. Compare the intensity of blue color of the copper sulfate solution in both the test tube, that is test tube A and B. Also compare the color of the iron nail dipped in the copper sulfate solution with one kept aside. So see here what will happen here. You can see. So iron will displace copper from copper sulfate solution. In this test tube B, we have kept 2 iron nails. So what will happen after some time? The iron, which is our iron nail, it will displace the copper from copper sulfate solution. That you can see here. If we take iron and copper sulfate solution, what will happen? Iron will displace this copper, okay, so it will become iron sulfate and copper will get separate out. So what will happen now? This copper sulfate is green in color, blue in color. 1 minute. This is blue in color. So when iron displace the copper, it will form iron sulfate, and iron sulfate is green in color. So this solution will be of light green color, and this copper which got separated out, it will be deposited on the iron nail, due to which the iron nail become reddish brown in color. You can see here iron nail taken out from the copper sulfate solution, it is brown, reddish brown in color. Why? Because copper got deposited on these iron nails. Now they are asking us the question, why does the iron nail become brownish in color? Why? Due to the deposition of copper on the iron nail. Because on the copper nail because on the iron nail copper got deposited, due to which it become brownish in color. And the blue color of the copper sulfate solution fades. Why? Because when iron react with copper sulfate, iron sulfate is formed. So copper sulfate is blue in color, but iron sulfate is light green in color. That's why the blue color of the solution, it changed to light green due to the formation of iron sulfate. In this reaction, iron has displaced or removed another element, copper, from the copper sulfate solution. This reaction is known as the displacement reaction. Here you can see this is the reactivity or activity series. Here the activity decreases down the decreases downwards, okay. So always the upper element will displace the lower element, never the lower element can displace the upper element. You can see here this is the series, and this is the by this you can learn this series, okay. So here you can see that they have put a square bracket around the hydrogen. Why? Because all these are metal, but hydrogen is a non-metal. That's why to distinguish the hydrogen they have put a square bracket here. Here they are giving us two more example, zinc plus copper sulfate. Now we have to check whether this zinc is more reactive than copper or not. Here you can see that this is copper and this is zinc. Zinc is upper in the series, that means zinc is more reactive than copper. So zinc will displace the copper. So when zinc displaces the copper, it will form zinc sulfate plus copper. Again we have lead plus copper chloride. We have to check whether the lead is more reactive than copper or not. So this is lead and this is copper. We can see that lead is upper in the series, so lead will displace copper. So this will be lead chloride plus copper. Our next type of chemical reaction is double displacement reaction. Now what are double displacement reaction? Those reactions in which two ionic compound in solution react by exchange of their ions to form the new compound. For this, see here, they are saying two ionic compound. Our first ionic compound is AB and second ionic compound is CD. Always the first one is positive, second one is negative. Here this is positive, this is negative. So as the name suggests, double displacement. So here the double displacement will take place. So this positive will combine with this negative. That means A positive will combine with D negative. So it will form AD, and this B will combine with C. B negative will combine with C positive, and positive will always come in the front. So it will be CD because it is C plus. Here you can see that this is A plus, D minus. Here it is C plus. Sorry, this is not D. This is B negative. Okay, so here you can see that double displacement is taking place. So this is an example of double displacement reaction in which two ionic compound react by exchange of their ion. You can see that the ions are getting exchanged in this reaction. Okay, now we will try to understand the double displacement reaction with the help of an activity. Take about 3 ml of sodium sulfate solution. Now sodium sulfate, what is sodium? Sodium is Na 1 positive and sulfate is SO4 2 negative. So when you cross it, it will form Na2SO4. Next they are saying in another test tube take about 3 ml of barium chloride solution. So barium chloride, barium is 2 positive and chloride is 1 negative. So when we cross it, it will become BaCl2. So how they will react now? See here, sodium sulfate, sodium is Na 1 positive, sulfate is SO4 2 negative. Okay, I am writing the reaction here also. It is Na2SO4. It will react with barium chloride. Barium chloride is Ba 2 positive and chloride is Cl 1 negative. So it is BaCl2. So how they will react now? This positive will combine with this negative and this positive will combine with this negative. So when barium and sulfate will combine, you can see there this is 2 positive and this is 2 negative. So 2 will get cancelled out. So it will form BaSO4, and you will find out that they will be separate out in the form of precipitate. This down arrow represent the precipitate. Now when Na will combine with Cl, this is 1 positive 1 negative. So again it will become NaCl. Now you can see that this reaction is not balanced. How we will balance this reaction? Here the sodium atoms are 2, here it is only 1. So we will put 2 here, but when we put 2 here, the chloride ion also become 2. So here it is already 2, barium is already balanced, SO4 is already balanced. So now this is a balance equation and we will get the precipitates of barium sulfate. The precipitates of barium sulfate are white in color. Okay, so white color precipitates will be formed in this test tube and they will be separate out as a solid. So now the question is, what are precipitation reactions? Okay, so those reaction in which aqueous solution of two compound, you can see there, see here, these are both aqueous solution of sodium sulfate and barium chloride. So we have taken the aqueous solution of two compound on mixing. So when we mix them, you can see here we are mixing them, they react to form an insoluble compound. Which is that insoluble compound? Which is barium sulfate, which separate out as a solid. It will separate out as solid because it is precipitate. So such type of reactions are called precipitation reaction. I am repeating, those reaction in which the aqueous solution of two compound, these are two aqueous solution, by mixing them they will react to form an insoluble compound. Here when we react them, an insoluble compound which is barium sulfate is formed and it separate out as a solid because it is a precipitate. So such type of reactions are called precipitation reactions. Now this I have already explained you. Now come to the activity 1.2. They are saying recall activity 1.2 where you have mixed the solution of lead 2 nitrate. Lead 2 nitrate. So what is lead 2 nitrate? Lead 2 matlab we have to taken the 2 positive valency of lead. So it is lead nitrate and nitrate is NO3 1 negative. So when we cross it, it will form lead nitrate PbNO3 twice. And potassium iodide. Now what is potassium iodide? Potassium is K1 positive and iodide is I1 negative. So when we cross it, it will become Ki. So now what will happen? I have already told you, now these are both ionic compounds, so they will react by exchange of their ions. So this Pb will react with this I negative, Pb2 positive. So this is Pb2 positive and I negative. So Pb 2 positive and I1 negative. When we cross it, it will become PbI2. Now we are left with K1 positive and NO3 1 negative. So when they will combine, they will form KNO3, which is potassium nitrate. So when this lead iodide is formed, they will form yellow color precipitates. Okay, so they are saying what was the color of the precipitate form? It is yellow in color. Can you name the compound precipitated? Yes, it is lead iodide. Write the balance chemical equation for this. To balance, we have seen that we can see here the iodines are 2. So we put 2 here. Now when we put 2 here, potassium also become 2. So we put 2 here. When we put 2 here, nitrate ion also become 2. So here it is already 2. So now this reaction is totally balanced. Next question is this reaction also a double displacement reaction? Yes, this is a double displacement reaction because double ions are displacing in this reaction. You can see this positive is reacting with this and this positive is reacting with this. So here the double displacement is taking place. So it is a double displacement